Yeah. This weekend was a disaster. G'day guys, Aussie Fifa HD, and welcome back to episode number 32 of FUT Champions, the glory on my channel. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button to help it grow. The goal of 1,000 subs has been set for the end of the year. If you guys could help fulfill that, I would be so much appreciative of that. Also, you know, it would just be amazing. Anyway guys, you're going to be seeing games 30 to 40 today of the FUT Champions gameplay from last weekend. Tomorrow's episode will be the rewards from last weekend's FUT Champions, and yeah, you'll be seeing the weekly as well as the monthly rewards. And I will say, the monthly rewards were fairly decent, I must admit, but the weekly rewards were fairly shit. Anyway guys, I shall stop talking and let's get into the gameplay. So guys, let's move straight into it, and yeah, as you saw from the intro, yeah, this weekend was a disaster, absolute disaster. I have no idea what happened. Oh man, just really, it guts you. I mean, when you go from Elite 2 down to Gold 2, Elite 2 down to Gold 2, it really, I can't explain anything. I can't. I don't know what to say, honestly. If you guys can help me out by telling me what I'm doing wrong, you can see the clips here yourself, you know. I've been playing pros. I've been playing top 100 players through the week, right? I've been playing top 100 players through the week, and I've been beating them. I've been beating top 100 players through the week, and then I come into FUT Champions and just, what happens? What happens? Like, I don't get it. It's so frustrating to even look at the gameplay now. It's so frustrating to think, what the hell do I need to do to get elite constantly in FUT Champions? What the hell do I need to do? It honestly, what do I need to do? If you guys could help me out in the comment section down below, I would be so much appreciative of that. And honestly, I work on my gameplay constantly, every week, every day. I play FIFA, and I practice my passing accuracy. I practice, you know, possession. I practice finishing. I practice everything. I go on single player every now and then and play the AI on the hardest difficulty, so that it teaches me how to beat the AI. Because remember, your opponent is only controlling one player out of the 11 that are on the field that you're versing. Only one player. Yes, he may have a very, you know, significant control over all of his, 11 players, but just remember, it's only one player he's controlling. The rest is AI controlled. So if you can figure out how to beat the AI, you know, how to do it, there's certain ways. Honestly, I know some of the ways, however, I don't know how to beat it. I honestly don't. It's difficult. AA9 Skills, you know him. I'm sure you guys would watch him. If you guys are, you know, watch FIFA YouTubers, you would know who AA9 Skills is. He used to play career mode all the time on hardest difficulty. Now, he is top 100 constantly in FUT Champions this year. You know why? Because he knows how to beat the AI. He knows how to beat the AI on the hardest difficulty comfortably, and that's what you really need to learn how to master is beating the AI. If you can beat the AI, then you can beat, you know, online opponents. You can, you know, most of the online opponents. And I'm stuck for answers what I need to do, but I will stop complaining. I'll stop whining, because I'm sure a lot of you guys probably are struggling to even get into, you know, silver. So really, I can't complain with gold. I mean, it's good. In my standard, though, it's not good. I hope you guys can understand. But we did have some questions from the last episodes, and I must answer them because you guys have been great lately. You've been giving us support to the channel, liking the videos, turning up, you know, viewing it, and commenting down below, just showing your overall support, and I really do appreciate it, guys. I honestly do appreciate it. I can't, you know, express how much I do appreciate the support you guys are giving me. Anyway, I better move into some questions from episode number 31. We had a question from Alex Lopez. He says, "Hey, I'm a fellow Aussie from Melbourne. In fact, I'm looking for a gaming monitor too. What's the monitor for $250 at JB Hi-Fi?" Well, to answer your question, bro, in fact, I will go and search it up right now for you. I can't remember the model number, but for you guys who want to improve your game on FIFA, I highly suggest you get a gaming monitor, because on the gaming monitor, the screen is small. I mean, if you're going to get a gaming monitor for playing FIFA, you're obviously going to be competitive, because if you play it for enjoyment, there's no point. You may as well put it on a plasma TV, and it doesn't matter. But if you are really into getting better at your game, if you're really competitive in FIFA, like myself, I really do highly suggest getting yourself a gaming monitor. The reason why is because there's no input delay in gaming monitors. There's less input delay anyway. The frame rates per second are a lot less than what they would be on a plasma TV. I can't explain why, but they just are. But here's to answer your question. It's a BenQ Zowie RL2455HM 24-inch gaming monitor. It's $258. The brand is named BenQ. Now, it's a decent brand. I've looked at reviews on YouTube before. Very good brand. And that's pretty much to answer your question, Alex Lopez. It's the BenQ $258 JB Hi-Fi monitor. So that is to answer your question there. Master Oz said, what is your opinion to Di Maria? Well, in my opinion, Di Maria is fantastic. I don't personally use him because I've got the likes of Martial, who is better than Di Maria. I've got the likes of Mkhitaryan, who is better than Di Maria. I've got the likes of the man of the match, Walcott, who is better than Di Maria. However, when I began in FIFA 17, I used Di Maria a lot, simply because Di Maria is really overpowered this year. He's got 5-star skills, great left foot, just an absolute brilliant left foot. He seems to always finish his dinner. He's very clinical in the bots, especially when using that left foot. And his right foot's only 2-star, but I do find that it's decent. I mean, I used it, his right foot used to score me a few goals every now and then. It's not too bad, not as bad as I thought it would be. And yeah, in my opinion, to answer your question, Master Oz, Di Maria is fantastic this year. CFC also contradicted that, or he at least replied to that. He said, for me, Master Oz, he's okay when he's at right forward or right striker, but he's amazing if he's at left forward or left striker for the across the body shots. Now, CFC, you have a great point there. That's why I love playing my strikers across the body. Whichever. So if I have a right-footed striker, I like playing him on the right, because then he can shoot across goal, because across goal shots this year are overpowered. Martial plays on the left for me, but simply because Walcott has a 3-star weak foot, and so therefore he's always going to be struggling to hit it on his left foot. So I put Walcott on the right, Martial on the left. The reason why Martial is on the left, is because he's got a 4-star. Because he's got a 4-star weak foot, and basically, it's 80% of his shooting stat, which means it's a higher chance of him going in, like the shots going in with his left, than it would be with Walcott, because Walcott has, Walcott has a 3-star, so that means it wouldn't go in as much. So that's to answer your question there. So that's to agree with your question, CFC. I do agree that cross the body shots this year are overpowered, and whatever foot your striker is, it really does contradict, or really does decide what side you should put him on, because it definitely does for myself. Luca Orlando says, do you think he will ever play career mode? To answer your question, Luca, probably not. I mean, career mode for me, in fact, single player for me is boring, unless I'm trying to improve my game on the hardest difficulty. Career mode just for me it just seems very boring. You're not playing against people, it's just, I don't know. For me, I've always enjoyed online gameplay over single player. For instance, Battlefield. I bought Battlefield 1 a while ago, when it came out, in fact, probably a couple of days after it came out. And there's a fantastic career mode on that, a fantastic story mode that you can play, single player. Now, I've never done it at all. The reason why is because I don't like single player. The only reason I bought it was so I could play online with my friends. I don't like playing I don't like playing career modes or story modes that are single player, just because, I don't know, it's just my personal preference. I enjoy online gameplay more than I enjoy single player. So that's to answer your question there, Luca Orlando. We also had another question from CFC RMC. He said, don't worry, Ozzy, we all have those weekends where it's hard to win. He's talking about the last weekend where I only had, when was it? I only had silver because I was at a carnival, so I had to play like only about 15 games, but I needed those wins to get the Elite 3 rewards, which you will be seeing in the next couple of videos, and we got decent Elite 3 rewards, I must admit. But to answer your question, I'll keep continuing. He said, this weekend I played 21 and had 9 DCs, mostly because I have a bad internet, and I usually average around gold 2. That's tough, man. That's tough. Definitely tough, especially if you have 9 DCs. That's tough. If I had 9 DCs, I'd probably quit FIFA because, like, it would annoy me having 9 DCs, especially, you know, it changes your whole weekend, basically. I remember one weekend, I was in about 11 wins and 0 losses. It was the best start I ever had in FUT Champions. And basically, I got my first DC lost in the 11th or the 12th game, and I cracked the shits. I really did. I threw the controller. I freaking nearly smashed my TV. I didn't really, but you know, I was really angry, and that hindered my whole weekend. I mean, the whole weekend. Then I just buckled, absolutely buckled. I went like 5 losses in a row after that, and that was just. It was devastating, absolutely devastating. You know, I was on my road, I was on my way to 40-0. I'd like to think that I was on my way to 40-0. I don't think that ever happened, but you know, it just really does annoy me when I do get DC losses. It really does hinder your gameplay, and I just wish EA would fix their servers and worry about that over the gameplay, because in my opinion, FIFA 18 shouldn't have any more game modes. It should just have the gameplay more improved. It should have their servers more improved. Put all the money that they put into the game on servers. Put all the money that they put into the game on the actual gameplay itself, so that we don't have issues in FUT Champions where it DCs, where there's, you know, cheaters, where there's you know, bad connections, where there's lag. You know, if they fixed that issue, then I think they would sell more copies of the game than they would if they were to open up a new game mode, in my opinion. And anyway, he also said in that question that I've had gold 1 but never elite. How do I get to the next rank? Now, to be honest, I was in your situation. If you guys have been watching the series for, you know, from the beginning, you guys would know that I was always a gold 2/gold 1 competitor. I could never get into the elite area at all, and it really did frustrate me because I knew I was better than that. And in FIFA 16, I was beasting and feasting. I was fantastic in FIFA 16. I used to go 40-0 in Division 1. Like even if I don't say so myself, I was a very good player in FIFA 16. This year, I don't know what's happened. I'm just not as good, and it really does annoy me. But if you have been watching the series from the beginning, and you would know that I always was stuck on gold 2 and gold 1. What I did to get out of that gold 2 and gold 1 area was basically change my mentality. After I did that, I ended up hitting Elite 3, Elite 2, and, you know, a couple of, you know, I've hit Elite 2 twice and I've hit Elite 3 once. After I changed my mentality and I hit that Elite thing, it gave me a new mindset, and it gave me a new theory over the game and how to be better. My theory is skill is not important, but the mentality is the most important thing out of all of them. Skill is a little bit important, but mentality is the most important thing. And the reason why is because when I changed my mentality, when I started thinking myself, it's just a game, you should have fun, as well as don't worry if you take a loss. Don't worry if you know, lose, because it's just a game. It's not going to end the world if you lose a game in FUT Champions. So I stopped, you know, when I took a loss in FUT Champs, I would go and have a break. This weekend I didn't do that, and that's why I probably lost more than I should have. But when I started taking a break after I took my first loss, then I started picking up wins. You know, I'd take a loss after 7 wins in a row, so I'd be 7-1. Then I'd take a break. I'd come back, play 8 more games, win 8 in a row, and then take my first loss again. Basically, if I weren't to do that, I would take 5 losses in a row, which then gets you down into the gold 2 and gold 1 area. But if you were to take a break and you were to change your mentality, bro, I think you would go decent. I think you would get up into the elite areas, and that's my honest opinion with that. Skill, to be honest, is not the most important thing in my opinion. It might be different for you guys. However, yeah, that's just my opinion. You know, that's what worked for me. It may work for you, it may not. But as you see, guys, you know, in the end, gold 2, disappointing. Gold 2, just so. so frustrating to hit Gold 2 after hitting Elite 2, and it just... you have no idea how much it annoys me, but yeah, you'll be seeing the packs and the rewards for that next in the next episodes. Can we smash 15 likes on this video? That would be absolutely amazing. Guys, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I hope you enjoy this video, as I said once again, and I'm out. Have a good day, guys, and peace.